Hey guys, this is Chris Johnson with Upscale Method. Now, I want to help you guys make a lot more sales. And one of the easiest, most effective ways to make more sales is to get more referrals. And the reason most people are not getting referrals is simply because number one, they're not asking. And number two, they're not asking correctly. So if you just simply ask, you're going to double your referrals. But if you ask correctly, then you're going to get even way more referrals. So how do you ask correctly? What's the best approach that we know of to get referrals? Well, I'm going to show you a high-level overview of exactly what to do so you can start applying this today and increasing your referrals. So first of all, before you even consider pulling referrals out of your customers, way at the beginning, what you can do before you sell that first customer is to start setting expectations that you're here to deliver a great service and you want them to be so happy, so delighted with your service that they would happily give you referrals. And let them know that, hey, I'm looking for referrals. This is what I do for a living and I want to do such a great job that you would happily give me referrals. Is that okay? And if you get that permission near the beginning, then you've set the expectations so that they know later on, when they're delighted, they're going to be asked for a referral. Now the cool thing is this has a great side effect for you. It's going to actually increase the chances of making a sale because you are setting this expectation that, hey, you're a very sincere guy, that you're so confident in your services and you're so excited about delivering those services and so committed to delivering those services well that you are hoping to delight and over deliver on your services. So customers love that. If you can really over deliver on your services, then you're going to make happier customers and they're going to want to do business with you. So it's part of solidifying that initial sale. Now, once you have over delivered, make sure you do. It's really important to do a great job for your customers. But once you've over delivered on your services and you've delighted your customers, then make sure to follow up. And that's the perfect time, actually. Once they're overjoyed with your service and they want to jump on top of the roof and shout to the world, hey, these guys are great, they did a great job for me. That's them being excited and they want to share the good news. That's the exact time to actually ask them for a referral. So use that to your advantage. Don't miss out on that opportunity. Don't wait a week later or even a day later. Ideally, as soon as they're delighted with your service, approach them and say, hey, do you remember that I asked you earlier that once you're delighted with our services, we would come back and ask you for a referral. And once you've reminded them, then you can sit down with them, set an appointment, sit down with them, and actually go through the process of getting a referral. Now, how do you do that? What's the best way to get a referral? Well, two things. One is you need to get them thinking about people before you ask them for referrals, because the more people they think about, the bigger the chance is that they're going to actually come up with good referrals for you. And secondly, you want to calm them down in the sense that just let them know you're not going to start contacting everybody and make them look bad. Let them know that you're going to contact nobody. You first want to get permission from those contacts to contact them. You don't want to just randomly contact them and try to hurt relationships. Let them know you're very respectful of the existing relationship. And at this point, you just simply want to sit down and brainstorm over different names. Now, to get them thinking about different names, you can start bringing up different categories of people. You can say, well, let's think for a minute. Who would benefit the most out of all the people you know? What do you think? Let's think about people that you go to church with, or people in your family, or other hobbyist groups that you attend, or maybe some close friends, people that you go to the gym with, coworkers, maybe acquaintances, or other people. Like, just start to talk about different categories of people with them so that it starts to freshen their mind and start opening up doors in their mind about different types of people that they've contacted or come into contact with that might be perfect for your service. And this is the perfect way to start refreshing their mind. And once you've been able to do that a little bit, you can start putting those names down and make sure that they do feel safe, that you're not going to go out and start contacting all those people without any permission. So once you've got all those names down, then you can ask them, okay, so now that we've got all these names, I don't feel comfortable contacting them yet, not until you've actually talked to them and just checked first to see if they can give you permission to refer those people to me. And once they give permission, then you can go ahead and contact those referrals. So the way to do that is to just tell your customer that you're going to keep these names on a list, and you just want to follow up in a week to give your customer some time to talk to those referrals. So usually you don't want to burden them with like 10 or 20 referrals. Try to keep it to around 5 referrals. So they just have 5 people to follow up with. Just ask them to get permission. There's nothing fancy. They don't have to do any sales work, anything at all. Just really get permission to share that contact with your web developer or your marketing agency or whatever. Just say, hey, they did a really great job, and I want to refer these guys to you. Is that okay if they contact you? And that's all they have to do. Just a simple introduction. And follow up a week later and just ask if your customer was able to contact those referrals for you and get permission. And if they have, then you can now put a check mark beside those names to indicate, okay, yep, I've got permission. And then you can thank your customer. And the best thing is this customer just gave you, potentially out of those 5 referrals, probably 2 or 3 of them are going to close down the road, and that could equal 10,000 or 20,000 or way more in income for you. So make sure that you thank your customer for those referrals. Send them gifts in the mail, do all sorts of crazy stuff. Just make sure that they feel really, really good about sending that referral. Make sure you never forget them for that. And they're going to be much more happy to send more referrals your way in the future. And it's also a good way to just be a decent human being and thank people and make sure they feel good about helping your business out. And if you keep doing that and keep putting out the good vibes and good energy, and share the love with your customers, you're going to see more and more success in your business. So that's a really good way to approach getting referrals. And we go over this process in a lot more detail to really optimize it and get the highest yield from your referral network. We go over that in the Upscale Method program. And if you are interested in that, feel free to reach out. It's not the only thing we do in Upscale Method. We actually do a lot of sales training and marketing training specific to web agencies. And we actually go in depth to show you exactly how to add $500,000 per year to your agency, and sometimes up to $1 million per year to your agency. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to reach out. And again, my name is Chris Johnson, and my life's work is to help agencies at Upscale Method. That's my system to help agencies break through their barriers and to get to the next level. We smash through every barrier, whether it's a psychological barrier, if you're dealing with anxiety or fear, or you're not sure what to do, if you don't have the right strategy, if you don't have the right sales or marketing tactics. All of that is covered in Upscale Method. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to reach out. I'll be very, very happy to help you out. I'm excited to help agencies, and that's just my thing. I just love to help. So reach out, and I'll even give you some free insight just for meeting and just for hanging out, because I want to really help out everybody that comes into contact with me and everybody at Upscale Method. Okay, so I hope that helps. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.